Icon, the most controversial coaster on my top 25 best coasters in the world list.
I'm OG, y'all new to the game.
Sup coaster fans, welcome back to another analysis. If this is your first time here and you love roller coasters, then consider subscribing for some various roller coaster content. So Icon is a Mack Multilaunch coaster, actually the UK's first double launch roller coaster. It opened May 25th, 2018, so about a week ago as of when this video was uploaded. It has a maximum height of 88.5 feet. Of course, that's the Immelman. It reaches a top speed of 52.8 miles per hour, which is actually faster than Nemesis at Alton Towers. 3,750 feet of track with a duration of 2 minutes and 41 seconds, which is pretty long, and it will definitely feel long. It features 2 inversions, a barrel roll, and an Immelman. I will go further in depth with those inversions later on. Interestingly enough, it has a maximum G-force of 4.3, which is kind of impressive considering Nemesis has a maximum G-force of 3.5. You may be wondering why I'm comparing this to Nemesis a lot, right? It's because these are the 2 best rides in the UK in my opinion. The stats aren't impressive at all, but that's because this coaster isn't about the height or speed, and it's a multi-launch coaster, so it should be low to the ground a lot. Now everyone is separated really into 2 sides about this ride. There's the people who haven't ridden it and say it's slow, and there's the people who rank Icon very high and think it's a world-class coaster, one of the best coasters in the world. Even though I haven't ridden it, obviously, I think Icon is better than what most people say. So comment down below, what do you think of Icon? So first you enter your queue line, which I heard is short, but I also heard they're running 3 trains on it. They could have done with a little more scenery like Japanese foliage to continue the theme of Icon, but this coaster is still very new as when this video is uploaded. Then you go to your station with Icon music blasting loud. I'd say Helix's soundtrack is better. By the way, that's my outro. But this ride's soundtrack is really good too. Then you board your ride vehicle with black and gold pull-down lap bar restraints. I love the Mack restraints, and this ride is definitely no exception. Even though I think the trains are a little heavy on the track, it could still be a little forceful at times. Then you roll out of the station and come to a stop. Then wait for a voice to yell out, "Icon!" And then roll into your first launch. Mack launches are pretty weak, but this ride isn't about the launches. Then you go up into this top hat or airtime hill, depending on who you're talking to. I heard the top hat gives some good floater airtime, maybe ejector. I think it kind of depends on where you sit. Then you drop down and go into the incline loop. I expected the banking angle to be much steeper, but it might give some laterals instead. Then you go through this section here, which I'd say gives you some pretty strong laterals. It's these 2 sort of tips where you swing out of your seat. I can't really explain it, but I know Terran has it too. Then you go through this turnaround, which interacts with Steeplechase and Big Dipper. I love this section. You really get a sensation of going faster than you are and being low to the ground. Then come back over the pathway and go to your first inversion, a barrel roll. Some people are saying this inversion is slow, but it was designed to provide hang time and go at the perfect speed to do that. Then do a few bunny hops and go back down under the bridge where you go through your second launch. This launch I'm not expecting to be intense at all. It just seems like a little boost. Then you go into your second inversion and Immelman. This will probably deliver some really good hang time. Then you go through probably my personal best section of the ride. These intense twists and turns all back to back with a little bit of airtime and an S-hump. I bet probably no one noticed this, but if you look here, I am very positive that that is an off-axis hill. When I first looked in depth with the layout for this thing, I was very surprised to see this element, although it does say that this is a modern layout for advertisement. Then ending off the ride, you go through a twisty section before landing into the brakes, thus ending your ride on Icon. What's better, the first half or the second half? Vote now by clicking the card in the top right-hand corner of your screen. For a while during the construction for this ride, the workers said that this is the most exciting ride in the world. And while a lot of people think they're crazy, I can see why. Before the official POVs came out, I thought this ride packs a punch with airtime and intense twists and turns. That is why I rank it so high, maybe even a little too high. I think that the ride has great airtime. I am positive that it will deliver great hang time on those 2 inversions. Remember, these inversions aren't designed for the train to fly through them. They're designed for hang time. I think this ride is forceful in its second half especially that off-axis hill that no one talks about, and maybe it could be a little forceful in its first half too. I can see why people put this ride low. They think it's forceless and slow, but remember, these Mack launch coasters are supposed to appeal to a wide range of people. I can understand because those are the enthusiasts that love and live for intensity. That's okay, I respect that. Go ride Terran, Maverick, and Ice Speed. I can explain more if I ever do a Millennium Force analysis, so stay tuned for that. What's better, Intamin Blitzes or Mack launch coasters? Vote now by clicking the card shown on your screen. And then the real POVs got released. This POV was a little faster than the testing footage, but not much faster. But remember, the official POV was filmed with an empty train in the morning. When I saw the off-ride footage at Media Day, it was hauling all the way. So how do I rank it? Not as high as I originally had it, but I think it's still a little too high. Icon isn't the most intense ride by the looks of it, but no one can doubt that this ride is a very fun ride. I'd say this is the best ride at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Not too many people would disagree with me on that. I also think this ride is the best in the UK, but not by a long shot because Nemesis is still a fantastic ride. But I want to know, where would you rank it? Comment down below where you would rank this coaster in terms of Mack coasters. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please hit that like button. I appreciate it. And remember, if this is your first time here and you love roller coasters, then consider subscribing for some various roller coaster content. This is 808 Coaster Life, and I'll see you all next time.